the Rachael Dolezal case and phenomenon is interesting. Part of me finds it very silly. People have been talking about this idea of transracial, like if one comparing her to Caitlyn Jenner and saying, you know, well, if someone can choose, can say that they were born feeling a woman or born feeling a man in a woman's body or what have you, then if they can make that choice, shouldn't someone still be able to make that choice around race? I would push back and say that I don't think that those are the same thing. I think those have very different consequences and implications and manifest themselves in very different ways. And, you know, Rachael Dolezal, you know, while she might deeply love Black culture, while she might deeply believe herself to be a participant in Black social and cultural spaces, at the end of the day, she can opt out. You know, she can say, she can choose to not be Black in a way that Black people cannot choose to not be Black. I can't, you know, get pulled over by a policeman and tell him, you know, I'm white today, so the way you should interact with me as a white person, because that's how I identify. I can't do that. That's not a reality. I don't have the opportunity to, or would ever want to, opt in or out of my racial identity. For Rachael Dolezal, she can choose, if it came down to a matter of deep inconvenience, she could choose to not navigate the world as a Black person anymore. And the implications of her actions are subsequently very different than a real Black woman's. And I think it brings up a larger conversation around what is race, which I think is an important conversation to have, because again, we have to recognize that race is largely a social construct. Like, it is not an actual real thing. Racism, and because race has been made a real historical issue, those things are real. But what it's done, I think, and what's important is it is served as a catalyst for dialogue, again, in a different way, as so many things over the course of this year have, around what race is, how we think about it, how we conceive of what it means to be racialized. And I think these are important conversations to have.